Hey everyone! So I've been seeing a lot of this meme on Facebook, Instagram, basically any social media platform I've been on. And it really made me kind of self-reflect and think about, is there any traits that I have that could possibly be toxic? And that's what I wanted to talk to you all about today. So when I started thinking about personality traits I have that could potentially be toxic, I realized that most of these toxic traits can be attributed to my anxiety. But I just wanted to mention these to you all just to see if you feel the same way, if you have any of these traits that could potentially be considered toxic but are just attributed to your mental illness. The very first thing that came to my mind when I was thinking about toxic traits that I have is that I am extremely flaky. I ditch plans, I don't text people back, I don't answer phone calls, and this is all because all of those things just make me feel extremely anxious. The thought of having to actually talk to a human being on the phone, I feel like I can't breathe right now. Or sometimes I'll make plans with someone and have full intentions of going through with those plans, but then it comes down to the very last minute before I'm supposed to hang out with someone and I bail because I'm too anxious to go. It truly doesn't have anything to do with that person that I'm gonna hang out with. It's just me not wanting to leave my house or be around people in general. I know this gets on a lot of my friends' nerves, and I'm so sorry if you're watching this, you know how I am. But it really is just because I let my anxiety get the best of me, and I honestly don't really know what to do about it. Another toxic trait that I have is that I'm sort of irresponsible. I am a pet sitter and a dog walker, and sometimes if I'm having a panic attack or I can feel one coming on or I'm just feeling overly anxious, I sometimes don't want to go do my job. And I know that sounds really horrible, and in the past I've actually called in to a lot of jobs, very often, because I just felt too anxious to go and be at a place for a set amount of time, and even just the thought of it would freak me out and send me into a panic attack, and I would just call in and say I can't come. Another thing is with YouTube, clearly my uploading schedule isn't very consistent, and that's because I might start making a video or I'm trying to think of a video idea, and it just makes me really anxious and stressed out, and it gets to the point where I just quit and give up, and I don't want to make a video that day or write a script because I get too down on myself for feeling anxious and not doing things, and it's just a whole cycle. Something that people tell me all the time is when they first met me, they thought I was rude or stuck up because I didn't talk. But the reality is I'm just shy, and I don't really know how to start a conversation with people that I don't know. And even just thinking about that makes me extremely anxious. If you talk to me, I'll talk back to you, but I'm just a quiet person, and I guess sometimes that can be seen as a toxic trait because at first people won't approach me because they think that I'm rude, but the reality is I just don't know what to say. One more extremely toxic trait that I know I have is constantly being on my phone. And yes, sometimes I am scrolling through Instagram and Facebook, but probably at least 80% of the time that I'm on my phone, I'm playing little games or doing something to distract my mind because I'm feeling anxious or I'm having a panic attack. I've found that that is the absolute best thing that gets me through a panic attack are certain games that I have on my phone, because it distracts me and gets me in a calmer mindset. And I know that that can be helpful, but it's also toxic because I am on my phone when I'm out to eat with family, or when I'm with my boyfriend or my friends. I'm just always on my phone because I need something to distract my mind so I don't have a panic attack, or I can kind of calm the symptoms if I'm having a panic attack out in public. So I really want to know if you all experience any of the things that I've mentioned because of your anxiety or because of something else. Do you consider these traits to be toxic, or do you think that's just something that everyone does? Please let me know in the comments below. Also, I want you to do a favor for me. If you could just, after you hit subscribe, hit the little bell notification, because in my next video, I'm going to be talking about how animals can actually improve your mental health. So definitely stay tuned for that one, and I'll see you then. Bye.